it is Miss Jasmine. You can follow me along on Instagram at Jasmine Nicole. That's Jasmine with a Z and Ncole. So Nicole with no I. And today I just want to come at you real quick with some etiquette tips, okay? And this video should be pretty short. It's straight to the point, and I have a little download that you guys can download and get a PDF of what we talk about today. And so etiquette, and I brought my notes as usual today. Etiquette is a customary tips or behaviors, if you will, that are usually accepted in certain groups of people or in certain places of professionalism. So when I talk about etiquette, you may have been told etiquette can be how you dress, etiquette can be certain behaviors, but they're usually things that are widely accepted. And so the etiquette tips that I'm going to share with you is just my top 5 that I share in my etiquette program and that I teach girls to do. These are things that are accepted no matter where you are, and you can practice these things even in settings that are not super fancy, right? If you're at the cafeteria with your friends, you could use these tips just to get practice with them and make them something that becomes regular for you. And then when it's time to use them in an actual setting, you'll already have them down, okay? So my first etiquette tip that I like to share with girls is chew with your mouth closed, friend. Don't nobody want to see all that food in your mouth, and don't nobody want to hear your food being devoured, okay? So I'm talking about smacking, okay? When you chew with your mouth open, people can see the food that you're actually chewing, and it can be very distracting. And in some cultures, that actually is something that is accepted, believe it or not. But in American culture, that's something that is usually frowned upon. It can be very distracting to those that you are eating with. And if you're trying to impress somebody, say you're eating out with your boss, or your parents are eating out with their boss, or someone, just someone that maybe you're not trying to impress, like trying to be someone you're not, but you understand what I'm saying. When you're around people that you want to put on your best behavior in front of, that can be something that could be a turnoff for them, okay? Also, if dude takes you out on a date, sis, you do not want to be the girl that's smacking on your food. That is so unladylike, okay? So practice chewing with your mouth closed. You can practice that at home. It doesn't have to be when you're eating something fancy. When you're eating your chips and you eating your candy, just practice chewing with your mouth closed. And it makes a really big difference, okay? My second tip is when you are sitting down, when you get ready to sit down, think about a couch or maybe it's a shared seating area where multiple people can sit. You want to practice sitting down gently and slowly. At home, you probably like throw yourself back on the couch. I know sometimes I do that if you're tired or you don't even realize it, you just like plop down. That causes other people that are sitting there to feel the impact of you sitting down. So you want to be someone that doesn't cause a disruption when you sit down. You want to sit down gently. You want to sit down with poise and make sure that you're not flopping on the couch. When you do that, it also gives you a lot of control. So when you're sitting down and you sit down slowly, it allows you to adjust your dress or your pants or whatever and sit down and not take up too much space, especially if it's a shared seating area, like I said. Also, if you need to get up quickly, it allows you to have control when you get up quickly because you've already sat down in a way that's comfortable for you. So oftentimes when I have on a dress, or sometimes when I have on heels, I'll cross my legs or cross my ankles. Usually I try not to cross my legs over each other if I have on a dress, just because depending on the length of the skirt or the dress, you can actually still see your thighs and your dress rides up. And so it's better to cross your legs at your ankle. That's another etiquette tip that wasn't on the list. So when I do that, I sit down slowly and I'm able to adjust myself and get comfortable however it is that I want to sit. And then when I'm ready to stand up, I'm already in a position to just uncross my legs quickly, stand up, or say I need to scoot over, I need to move a little bit for and adjust for someone else to sit down. I can do that because I didn't just sit all crazy and, with my legs all over the place. Now, when you're at home and you're lounging, you're chilling, you got your sweatpants on, sis, and you got your socks, your cozy socks and your blanket, that's not what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about when you're sitting somewhere in a shared space with others who are also sitting in that area as well. Excuse me. And my third tip is to be aware of the undergarments you wear. This is a really, really, really big one, especially in our culture today. The outfits today, you could literally just walk out in a bra and panties, and that's completely socially acceptable in many places. But when we're talking about being women of etiquette, being women of poise, being women that God calls us to be, it doesn't mean that we can't wear trendy things and we can't be cute and we have to be super perfect. That's not what I mean when I talk about etiquette. I'm not talking about being able to walk out and do pageants all the time. But there is a certain standard that a woman of God has. And the way that we dress is a really big part of that. That's the first thing people see. So, what is the story that you're telling people when they see you? The Bible also talks about how we are written epistles, read of all men. An epistle is a letter. So that means the Bible is saying that people are reading you all the time. What story are you giving them to read? I tell girls that all the time. So when you wear certain clothing, you want to be mindful of that. And this is a touchy subject because as women, we want to wear what we want to wear. We want to be cute, right? We don't want nobody telling us what to do. I feel you. I went through that too. But you can still be trendy, sis. That's something that I learned. You can still wear a lot of the same trends, but still be modest about it, okay? So let's start from head to toe. So bra straps. When you're wearing certain shirts, you want to make sure that your bra straps are not hanging out because we shouldn't see that. That's an undergarment. So you want to make sure that your undergarments are under whatever it is that you're wearing. So that means you may have to invest in a strapless bra. That's a bra that doesn't have straps on it. And tip, you want to go down a size on your strapless bra so that it's not sliding down, especially if you don't have a large breast or it's hard for the bra to stay up. You might want to get a size lower in this area so that when you clamp it, and you probably put it on the last one so that it stays nice and secure, okay? They also have clear straps, so if that's something that you need, you could do that. There are halter and there are removable straps where you can crisscross. I know some shirts are shirts where it's one strap, so you want to get a bra that has that type of strap for it or wear strapless bra. But whenever you put on an outfit, we should not see your bra straps. So if you have on a tank top, that's when it gets kind of tricky, especially in the summer when you have on a racerback. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. A racerback shirt or spaghetti strap shirts. That's when it starts getting very tricky. And if you are a girl that has a larger bust, then sometimes that can be really that could be a sucky thing because it's hard to find a bra that's going to keep you secure and hold you up so that you can still wear things like that. Additionally, you do need a bra, baby, okay? So the world is also telling us as women, be free, do whatever you want to do. We don't want your headlights on, okay? We don't want to see that, friend. And that's why bras were made. Additionally, you have to think, if you are feeling free, that's wonderful. I'm glad that you're happy and you get to wear whatever is comfortable for you. But what message are you sending? Remember, we're talking about what letter are people reading about you. A guy sees you with no bra on and he sees your headlights on, or he can just see through your shirt and he can tell that you don't have a bra. That sends him a message that you probably weren't trying to communicate to him, but whether or not you meant to or not, that's the message that you sent. You sent a message saying, hey, I'm open, I'm free, right? And I don't mind if you see me. And so for him, that's an open invitation for him to try to talk to you with the wrong thing in mind, okay? Another thing, it's important about our undergarments as far as our bottoms. So when you have on certain pants, you want to think about what type of underwear that you're wearing. You don't want your panty line showing. And thankfully, we live in an era where people have thought about this. So you can buy no-show panties. That means that they don't have a seam. And so you can wear those underneath see-through items or thin things like leggings if you don't like to wear thongs, because that's another option that you can wear so that you don't have a panty line. But depending on the outfit, sometimes thongs do leave a panty line. So you may need to think about getting some no-show panties, talk to your parents about that. And there are also boy shorts sometimes. So when you're getting dressed, that's something to think about. If you don't have a full length mirror, just use whatever mirror you have and step back so that you can see your your bottom area, see your chest, and make sure that your shirt isn't see-through. Make sure that your bra straps aren't hanging out, and make sure that your bra straps are also tightened so that they're not falling down throughout the day, okay? Additionally, my next tip is kind of moving away from your appearance. And this tip is to put your phone down when you are in company with others. So it is very common in our era, to have your phone in your hand. That's like, I mean, who are you if you don't have it in your hand or your back pocket or right there in front of you, right? And it's very tempting to always pick it up every time you get a notification. But whenever you are around other people, and say you are at the dinner table, or maybe you're at a function and there are adults that are talking to you, or maybe even people your age that are talking to you, learn to be respectful by putting your phone down, because it can look really, really rude to have your phone out and someone's talking to you and you keep looking at your phone. That can be very, very disrespectful to that person, and it makes them feel that you're not listening. And whether that's what you mean or not, that's how it feels. So you have one or two options in that situation. You can either say, oh, I'm sorry, can you give me one moment and finish the text or whatever it is that you're reading? Because I know, like, on social media, if you're watching a video on Instagram and you're in the middle of the video and someone comes and talks to you, you're trying to finish that video because you know that you're about to lose it as soon as you exit out of Instagram, right? Or Facebook or whatever. The feed is going to refresh, and so you're gonna have to start all the way back over. And that can be annoying too. So you can ask them, hey, give me one moment and finish whatever it is that you're doing, and then put your phone away and listen to them. Give them eye contact and pay attention when they're talking to you, and respond respectfully, right? Your second option is to just put it away. Like, just put it in your pocket, or to lock your phone and turn it face down or something, just until that conversation is over, to give that person that respect. Because I know as a teen girl, you probably have experienced where you wanted that same respect, but maybe someone else wasn't giving it to you. So you want to practice doing that, and you can practice that at home. You can practice that with your friends at school, however that looks to you. But you want to be mindful of that, especially when you're out and about in different settings, okay? And our fifth and last tip today is grooming, sis. When you need to change something about your appearance, you want to make sure that you take care of that in your bedroom or in private or in the restroom. But in public areas, that is not the place to groom. And what do I mean by grooming? I mean, that's talking about your brushing your hair. Honestly, the only grooming thing that is usually socially acceptable is putting on lipstick or adjusting your lipstick in public. But when it comes to brushing your hair or restyling your hair, fixing a bra strap, fixing your underwear, adjusting your garments in any kind of way, applying more foundation, fixing your lashes, whatever that may be, that should take place in a private area. So think inside of a restroom, in a bedroom, or at your house, whatever. But if you're out and about, that shouldn't be something that you're doing in front of everyone else, okay? So just keep that in your back pocket, okay? And as always, I just encourage you to reach out if you have any other questions. And like I mentioned, these are 5 tips that I teach every girl that I work with, and I believe that every girl should know and should practice regularly. These are tips that my mother and my grandmother instilled in me, and now they are just natural things. Additionally, I used to dance, and so my dance director is also someone who heavily instilled the undergarment one. That tip is like huge, huge. And if you talk to any drill team girl, most of the time, that's something that their director also taught them too. So if you're a dancer out there, you understand about that one. So this will be available for you to download. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Comment below if you have any other additional tips that you think are really, really great tips for all girls to know. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me at Jasmine Nicole. That's Jasmine with a Z and Nicole with no I on Instagram. And I would love to connect with you and chat with you. Until next time, y'all, I'll see you soon. Bye.